Okay, now do you want to talk, Andrew?
No, not anymore.
Good, Andrew. From Greg, he says, you know the guy, Bill. The guy who's flying up on the ramp and expecting you to slow down or stop. Well, he gets on the highway and then will give you the single-finger salute to say hi. Oh, I know that one. And the perfect intersection for that is, here's the perfect intersection for that. And this young girl, who is probably just old enough to drive, not old enough to use that single digit, I wanted to pull up on that car and get out there and blister her bottom. But I'm not that old, and I don't think it would come across the right way.
So happy you didn't do that.
However, so so you are traveling. I want everybody to just put this in your mind. You're traveling on Route 12. You know, 512, 12S, 12N, whatever that whole
18 and 23.
5S, 5N, 5B. That the Route 12 where you're going and you come up on the intersection, where if you get on the ramp and turn right, you would be going up on 840. If you were to go just a little bit further, you do the little loop-de-loop, and that puts you on 12 to be able to go over to New Hartford Shopping Center. So I am if you're going to go straight, you would go towards Sangertown and towards the Onondagas. So you know where I am?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've just passed the Home Depot on my right. I'm pulling up.
By the U-Haul place
and
there.
I am going to be going to New Hartford. I'm going to get on, or maybe go over to Washington Mills. I'm going to get on Route 8 is what I want to get on.
Mm-hmm.
So you go past that little 840 ramp, which is right there, and then you go under his feet. You just under the bridge. And do I have this right? I think I do. And then you'd loop back around, and you would go to New Hartford, over into the village.
Or that could take you up to Sequoia.
Could take you to Sequoia. It could take you to Washington Mills. You're getting on Route 8 south. I think that would be. Anyway, so you're coming along now. Now, traffic can also get off there and loop on to Route 12 to go towards Sangertown. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's that exit where you get off, and then you can go, do I have west?
Yes.
To go towards Sangertown. You loop around there, and you come, and there's a yield sign there. That means that you have to yield to the traffic that is going on in the westbound lane,
yes.
Whether they're going all the way straight or they might be getting off to go to that New Hartford exit. Mm-hmm. This girl continues to go forward, and I'm trying to pull over into the right-hand lane, and now we're like side by side, and she continues to keep going. So I'm trying to she then begins flipping me off. Okay, what she doesn't understand is she's in the wrong here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I wrong here?
No, you are correct.
I'm absolutely right.
If you are trying to get onto that ramp to go to Route 8 to get to Washington
She has
Mills,
to wait for me.
And she's exiting from...
She has to wait to see where traffic is going to go before she tries to get on, whatever that is, 12.5.
Under that bridge, it's literally
It is. There is going to be
the exit and the entrance.
I'm surprised you're having more accidents there.
Yeah.
But she is in the wrong. Now, I could have responded in the way that I would like. I didn't.
Bill follows people.
I didn't do that. I had to stop. Meanwhile, there's traffic. There's high-speed traffic right behind me.
That's one lane.
I had to come to a stop while this little snitchy witch made her way past. Now she's
like
on my right. She's on my right. She then comes up forward, has to go in front of me, take a left-hand turn, basically. Had to go across the off ramp there. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly.
Yeah,
I need a diagram. I need some sort of a diagram to show
this.
this.
The problem is the way that exit comes in. It would be the second lane. It's part of the lane. There's only one lane underneath that bridge that would go straight towards Sangertown. There's one lane.
There's one
That's why
lane.
You have to yield
to get on to Route 8 or
8.
12. One lane to get on to Route 12 and one lane to get on to Route 8.
Yes.
And it's off and on right there. So you have to yield there. And if you don't yield, you're going to cause a mess. And there's a sign there that says yield.
Yes. The intersection that he is talking about is the exit from 8 onto 12 and then the on-ramp from 12 onto 8.
That's better explained. Thank you.
And there's a bridge right there, right by New Hartford Shopping Center.
Yeah. And it's happened to me more than once there. But
yeah,
there's a yield
sign.
There's a yield sign there for a reason.
Because so the snitchy witch stuck up her finger.
That sounds like
she did.
We could do a brand of sandwich. The Keeler Show Snitchy Witch.
She put her finger in the air, and she had to be like 17, 18 years old.
Can I tell you?
And I just dealt with it.
I was actually driving out of Whitesboro the other day, where Commercial Drive merges with Oriskany Boulevard. If you go all the way to the end,
yeah,
and it was kind of congested. It was trafficy.
So you would be going east, where Commercial Drive merges with Oriskany Boulevard. Okay,
yes,
yep.
I was heading
over
east.
by Voss's, over in that area. Yep.
And as Christine last night, I said it was trafficy. It was a little busy, so I had the right of way again, and the woman was merging, and she was an older woman. She was merging, right? And I had the right of way, and I went, and she got behind me. She must have flipped me off 13 or 14 times. And she was
in the wrong.
She was in the wrong, and she was older. She wasn't 17 or 18. She was maybe 70 or 80.
Well, Grandma Snitchy Witch.
We couldn't just leave her with Snitchy Witch. We'd have to go somewhere else for that one.
People get upset behind the wheel. Take a deep breath. It's not worth it.
And you know what? What happens many times when you're all said and done, you were in the wrong. And here you are just, flipping out. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
But if someone's flipping someone out, chances are they've had a bad day.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to make a disclosure.
You're a Snitchy Witch.
I have never, ever, ever in my life flipped somebody off.
Wow.
In a car or otherwise. I've never done it.
Good for you.
I've never done it.
Me neither.
Honest to God.
Flip me off.
Because my mother no, I won't do it.
Come on.
My mother told me when I was a kid, if you do that, you're telling God you hate him. And from that moment... The things your mother tells you, from that moment, I would never forget that, and I could never, and to this day, I might have shared it with my kids. To this day, I've not ever been able to do that, and I don't know why. It's kind of makes me a little weird, doesn't it? So when you say, oh, yeah, you probably did it to somebody, too, never have.
Not even in a joking way?
I might have ridden up somebody's rear end and done a little high beam action from time to time. But my mother never told me that was hating God. So that was A-okay. Got a break. Christine, listen, I understand maybe you don't want to hear this traffic talk, but we could be talking about Donald Trump, right? We could be. And we're probably going to have to. What happened yesterday was big, and we'll get into it coming up next. Christine has news, 6:32 now at WIBX.